So media reports today and yesterday have begun to indicate that South Africa's government is willing to come up with a workaround for Elon Musk and Starlink to issue them a license to operate Starlink in South Africa. Now, this is incredibly insulting, and it just shows you how poorly South African politicians are reading the room. Do you honestly think that issuing a license to allow a private company to operate in South Africa is going to mollify President Trump and move the needle in relations between South Africa and the United States? Why is it so difficult to read the executive order? It's very clear, February 7th executive order, what President Trump is upset about. And it's not just President Trump, it's the U.S. government. Congress is angry with South Africa. And offering rare earth elements in the Karoo or access to natural gas off the coast of South Africa and a license to Starlink is not going to move the bubble. You're not negotiating with SpaceX. You're negotiating with the United States government. And that token, ludicrous offer is not going to move the needle. And the fact that South African politicians seem to think that is the case shows you just how disconnected they are from reality. We'll see what happens tomorrow, the 21st of May, 2025. But with this sort of attitude going in, you're missing the boat completely. The executive order clearly states the racial discrimination against South African minorities in education, commerce, business. Why are you not understanding this? What is so hard to understand for South African authorities? Really, it's not rocket science. I know I keep saying that, but could you please listen to me? You're only going to gain traction here is if you make concessions on the racist laws and if you make concrete steps to improve the safety of South Africa, none of which seems to be forthcoming. They want to come with all these deals. Maybe if you come with hundreds of deals, you might be able to move the needle. But I would hold my breath, folks. I don't think that's going to happen. And these South African officials really don't get it. So let's say you do give a license to Starlink. How nice for them. What about when I want to invest my money and start a shoemaking factory in South Africa? I have to give 30% of my equity to someone because they're black? You think Trump likes that idea? It's a racist law. Get rid of it. It doesn't enrich South Africans. It doesn't help black South Africans. It impoverishes black South Africans by dissuading investors from coming to South Africa. And giving special privileges to Elon Musk, you're really not reading the room. Really not getting it. The craniums of some of these politicians in South Africa are really thick. I wish you'd start listening, because you're jeopardizing the future of all South Africans, especially black South Africans. Dissuading international investors from investing in South Africa is a bad idea, and your racist laws are causing that. What say you, South Africa?